Hey everybody, welcome to Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are in the world tuning in. We have got a great show for you today. We're going to talk about this one indicator that could fire off the second part and the most parabolic part of the bull run. But are we going to have a pullback first? Is there one final pullback on the cards? Are we done with the downside, or is it only upside from here? This is what we're going to cover. We're going to talk about some of these news events. We've got 3 news events to cover. Then we're going to jump into the Bitcoin chart so I can share my thoughts there. Okay, so and you know that if you are a regular to this channel, you know I'm going to say smash that like button. That's going to help get this content out to more people and certainly does help to support the channel. Also, all the comments that people leave, I do really appreciate you taking the time, your kind words of encouragement. Thank you. And of course, all the questions I do look to get back to as soon as I am able to. Some of the questions take a little bit longer. And so I thank you for your patience there. Below in the description is my cheat sheet. It has all the entries and exits for both cryptos and stocks. If you've been following that, we do long-term model trades and also some shorter-term swing trade setups in there as well. And I also share a lot of that in the Discord. So if you're not in the Stocks with Josh Discord, it's also linked below in the description. I'm there daily in the crypto channel with some of the most amazing people sharing a lot of alpha being shared in that channel. Absolutely fantastic. Now I am in Orlando, Florida, and Hurricane Milton is on its way. And so I will be streaming today and tomorrow as normal. And then the Lord willing, on Thursday morning also have power and internet to be able to broadcast to the channel, and certainly praying that hurricane takes a different direction away from populated areas and the severity is lessened as well. So that's what we are praying for and hoping and believing for and preparing for also that hurricane to make landfall. Okay, so also before we jump into the news, the one-on-one trainings, just want to say that I do offer those. They're paid one-on-one trainings. Everybody who sends in an email will at least get a one-off one-on-one training. There are 20 regular spots that I have held. They are very quickly being filled up. We're not quite filled yet, but we're very quickly being filled up. So if you wanted to be added to waitlist for that, you can. Also, I have emailed back. Some of you have emailed in interested in the trainings. I've replied email, and then I've gotten a second email from you asking, hey, I'm still interested in the one-on-one trainings, which means you didn't get my first email. So please check your spam or junk folders for my email replies there, which is great. Okay, so we're going to talk about what is going on with Bitcoin. Is there more sideways consolidation? Is there a dump ahead? What are some of the indicators that I'm looking for? And we're going to jump into the news, and you're going to find all of that out in the next few minutes or so here. And so first of all, we're going to look at the average Bitcoin cycle. And the average Bitcoin cycle will start after the halving. So we have the bull run that started in January 2023 and ran all the way. Great run of great gains if you were in the right coins. You made a lot of good gains. Solana, if you're in Solana, Bitcoin, some of the meme coins like Bonk, Casper made incredible gains. And then we had the consolidation period, so 170 days of consolidation on average after the halving, and then it goes up for peaks about 480 days after the halving. Listen, in 2016, we were 182 days sideways, 161 days sideways in 2020. Currently, we're at 170 days, so we're above 2020, but still below 2016. So, if history repeats and the Bitcoin cycle continues to continue as it has done and remains unbroken, we can expect a breakout anywhere between anytime literally, and usually in the month of October, we see Uptober and takeout. But is there going to be one final shakeout before the breakout? And so that's going to be very interesting. Now, interesting enough, the Bitcoin whales and holders think so, because they're not on exchanges. When people are looking to dump their Bitcoin or sell, Bitcoin gets moved. People get fearful and panic, and they move their Bitcoin to exchanges ready to sell, ready at a moment's notice to, if it loses level, boom, I'm out. But Bitcoin reserves on exchanges have hit a 6-year low. Okay, as you can see on this chart here, a 6-year low, which generally means there's going to be a supply shock, and at some point the price is going to go and not come back. And I do want to forewarn you that even if there is a breakdown before a breakout, that this could well happen, because in the past, in October, it takes off and it doesn't come back, and it's a very parabolic move. And then you get people going, what's a good entry for Bitcoin? It was at the 200-day EMA, which is close to where it is now, because at 100K, I won't be recommending people buy Bitcoin. At 80K, I won't be recommending people buy Bitcoin for HODL anyway, for swing or day trade or leverage trading. Of course, it can work out at those levels. And then what is the indicator that we're looking at is the 50 and the 200-day moving average are approaching a golden cross formation. We saw this last year at the same time, and bulls are about to take charge here. And you can see here that what happened when this golden cross took place, the move was parabolic to the upside. This is coming close to happening here as well. And will this also coincide with a parabolic move to the upside there? So let's answer this question and look at the charts and what we have here. So we have the 200 simple moving average. Now, usually I don't have it on the chart. The reason why is because they generally run pretty close together. As you can see, the orange area here with the light blue. And so the 200 EMA on the daily has been acting as support. So has the 50-day simple moving average. And then we have the 200 simple moving average here. And so what we're looking for is a cross of this 50-day over the 200. That would be incredibly bullish, just like we saw the 50-day cross over the 200 EMA. Look what happened when that crossed. A big move up from Bitcoin from around what we were down around the 57 all the way up to 66. So that was a $9,000 move to the upside on that cross there. And so if we see these cross, I would expect that we'll see a pop to the upside. Now, of course, it can go sooner and get set sooner. It could be a bit of a lagging indicator. So the move might happen sooner and then the cross come shortly or soon thereafter. But certainly we're looking where it's really a simple range to trade. When we get to the 200 EMA on the daily or the 50-day moving average between 60,000 and 60,700, it's buy. It's on a successful retest. Obviously, we have a straight candle right down. We're not buying that. We want to see it hit and retest and hold as support. We want to see that hold as support. And as I shared yesterday or the day before, there are a couple of ways to trade it. You can either front run it, where you're below these averages and you buy an expectation of a breakout, or secondly, you buy the breakout candle. These are more risky. Or you wait for a break and then a retest. We had a break and then we've had a successful retest and then we went off. So if this comes down, we are looking for this to hold. Now, if we lose this area of support, if we fail the retest, then the next level to buy in would be down around this 57 to 58K level, which just coincidentally does happen to have a fair amount of longs that would be liquidated, leveraged longs that would be liquidated. And this could be a final shakeout down to this area just to scare the pants off everybody here. And of course, if for some reason we were to go low, we would revisit. We have the tribal trades trend line. Also, the tribal trades trend line, the triple threat, is here also at that 57 to 58K level around that area. So we could, even if we were to come down, it might just be a scary wick down to here, which could be a good buy the dip opportunity just here. So here's where I'm looking. Here's where I'm looking. Obviously, we have a Lux Algo order block. There's some people waiting down there going, I'm going to see if I get some cheeky bids down here at that 52 to $54,000 area. Now, to the upside, if we break above the 200 simple moving average, we already have a pretty strong rejection wick there that could happen. So this is a really long candle here, But certainly if we break above 63,500 and retest this as support, so we break above and retest. See, we broke above here, but we failed the retest and we just came straight through it. So this would not be a place to take a trade because it was a complete failure and it just went straight through and went all the way down through the 50-day moving average, which initially had some support there and then failed and came down to the 200 EMA and we had one there. Now, obviously, if we break above here and successful retest, there could be in a good place to get in a trade and ride this back up to the tribal trades trend line to the upside, sitting at about $67,000, where a whole bunch of short liquidations would happen and even more short liquidations would happen at $72,000. My expectation is that we will eventually pop out of this sideways chop to the upside and break up and make a new all-time high in the fourth quarter of 2024. And you can see at some point I'll look at extending these a little bit further along, and they're likely going to meet sometime in December there. But we could, of course, break out to the upside, and of course there's a chance that we could break out of this very bullish pattern to the downside here. And of course, that would be something that would be unexpected and would be quite surprising and shocking, but also possible as well. Certainly, a black swan event could lead to a real August the 5th kind of situation when you have this violent move to the downside, but look at that recovery back up to that 65K region. And we have there is an inverse head and shoulders here in play. There's also a cup and handle. We're in a bullish wedge formation, and we also have created a lower high. We've created another lower high on the daily here. You can see that there is another lower high here. Sorry, higher low. Higher low. What am I saying? A higher low. We've got a low, a higher low, another higher low, another higher low here, and we do have a higher high. So what we're looking for now is to create a higher high than this high here, which is 66,500. So we're really looking for confirmation, a break above 66,500. Now you can certainly front run it here and take a short trade, 63,500 up to here, and take profit. And if rejected back down, if we don't make a higher high there, then obviously you've still made some money on this trade, and hopefully as we come back and hit support there. So that's what I'm looking for on the trades. That's what I'm feeling in the charts today. And hopefully if there is a little bit, and some people I know are saying, yes, I would like a pullback because there are some alts that would drop, and I would like to pick up some more, but maybe that opportunity won't come. Maybe we saw the drop down to the 200 EMA on the daily at 60K. Maybe that will be the final dip. Certainly, we didn't get into any extreme fear. There wasn't any major local bottom signals that were obvious. Certainly, I'm looking at it, and certainly I could say that it's possible that if we have more downside to come before a breakout, we could still come down to that 57 to 58K. I'm definitely not in a place right now where I'm calling that 60K as a confirmed local bottom. I think if we do get above, as we look here, if we do get above and make a higher high here above 66,500, then that would certainly lead me then to more have confidence to say that this indeed was the last final drop before the pump there as well. But we will see what transpires. There are a lot of global events. We've got CPI data that is coming, I believe, on Thursday that could definitely impact the markets and cause volatility. Certainly in the stock market, the S&P 500 has had a little bit of a pullback there. So it'll be interesting to see what shakes out across all of the global markets. World events, we've got hurricanes happening. We've got all kinds of things that can affect price and global markets. All right, we've got the altcoin show coming up in a few hours. So until the next episode here at around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, set your alerts for that. Until then, happy trading.